Imagine preparing for the best spring break of your life, picturing roller coasters, exotic foods, and selfies next to anime statues, only to have your dreams crushed faster than a McDonald's ice cream machine breaks. Welcome to SML-movie, Junior Spring Break Problem. Today, we're taking a first-class deep dive into this hilarious emotional roller coaster where Junior learns that expectations and reality rarely, if ever, meet. Our story begins in the classroom, where the excitement is palpable. The teacher proudly announces spring break, sharing his own borderline inappropriate plans to motorboat women like Captain Crunch. It's a level of honesty you can only get from an SML educator. Meanwhile, the kids start sharing their plans. Penelope's heading to the Coca-Cola Museum again. Joseph, tragically, is doing absolutely nothing because his dad says they're poor. Cody, however, drops the ultimate flex, Disneyland. But not just any Disneyland in Japan, because if you're gonna flex with a side of sushi. Junior, desperate for adventure, begs Cody to let him tag along. Cody reluctantly agrees to invite Junior to dinner with his parents that evening to ask them. The catch? Junior must behave impeccably. Easy, right? Yeah, for someone who isn't Junior. Quick reminder, if you're loving this full throttle breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more SML deep dives, and comment your dream spring break destination. Alright, back to the glorious disaster. Junior races home to ask his dad. Now Bowser, Junior's dad, is a man who recently blew all his money on a genuine astronaut helmet signed by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Priorities clearly. Junior asks about Japan, and Bowser reacts like Junior suggested vacationing in the middle of a war zone. North Korea is too close. Missiles might fly. Goku can't save you. Classic paranoid dad logic. Long story short, Junior is banned from leaving his room for spring break. Cue Chef Feebee, Bowser's personal enforcer, whose job is now to ensure Junior remains sad and stationary. For a measly 10, Chef Feebee's job is to check in periodically to ensure maximum levels of depression. Corporate America could learn a thing or two from this efficiency. But Junior, ever the schemer, finds a loophole. If he sneaks out, Chef Feebee won't report it, because if he does, Chef Feebee gets in trouble too. Game on! Junior escapes through the window like a groundhog on a mission. Over at Cody's house, the dinner is an experience. Cody's parents serve sauerkraut, treating it like it's the nectar of the gods. Junior struggles, gagging with every bite, but perseveres because he thinks a trip to Japan is on the line. They stuff him with sauerkraut until he's about ready to explode. But then comes the ultimate betrayal. Cody's mom, mid-sauerkraut high, casually reveals they're not going to Japan. Turns out, she was tripping on acid when she promised the trip. Instead, they're going to rent Disney movies and watch Toy Story in Japanese. Heartbreak, thy name is Cody. Chef Feebee, realizing Junior snuck out, storms into Cody's house to drag Junior back. Junior's dreams are crushed, his stomach is full of sauerkraut, and he's banned to his bed once again. Spring break ruined. Character breakdowns. Junior, the eternal optimist, blind to red flags and broken promises, whose dreams are bigger than his common sense. Cody, a reluctant friend, caught between loyalty and the absurd chaos he unknowingly fuels. Chef Feebee, underpaid, underappreciated, and an accidental accomplice to rebellion. Bowser, living proof that parenting licenses should be a thing. Cody's parents, a chaotic whirlwind of bad decisions and worse cooking. Social commentary? Absolutely. This episode hilariously mocks the fragility of childhood dreams and how adults' recklessness often tramples those dreams. It also spotlights economic reality, how grand vacations are often a fantasy for many kids, and how children are constantly navigating the broken promises of the adults around them. Junior's desperate consumption of sauerkraut mirrors real-life situations where people endure suffering believing in a reward that never materializes. It's a dark but funny take on the idea of false hope. The ridiculousness of Cody's parents tripping on acid while making family promises reflects a broader commentary on parental irresponsibility and how children often pay the emotional price for adult stupidity. In the end, SML-movie, Junior Spring Break Problem, is a masterpiece of crushed dreams, broken trust, and excessive fermented cabbage, all wrapped in a hilarious, gut-punching adventure. Thanks for sticking around for this deep dive. Smash that like button, subscribe for more chaotic SML breakdowns, and drop a comment about your worst or funniest spring break memory. And remember, always read the fine print before eating mystery sauerkraut.